problems for Leclerc, Mercedes struggling, and a domination by Max Verstappen. It's lights out and away we go in Bahrain, all on soft tires. In turn 1, contact between Hülkenberg and Stroll, but there's not really much to say of this crash. It was clearly Hülkenberg's fault, so the race ruined for both of them. Also, Perez passed the Sainz at lap 1, and for the rest of the drivers nothing changed a lot. On lap 3, Russell passed a very unlucky Leclerc that had problems with the brakes for all the race. But Russell did an amazing overtake anyway around the outside in turn 4. Then Russell was pretty slow and Verstappen could maintain the P1 easily, while Leclerc was continuing be locking up the front tires, and so Perez passed him on lap 7 and Sainz on lap 11. Behind there was a pretty good comeback for Guan Yu Zhou, started P17 and finally finished P11. On lap 10, Sargent locked up and went straight on in turn 4. We expect maybe a safety car, but Logan, after being stopped for around 30-40 seconds, restarted, and so no safety car. On lap 12, there were the first pit stop, very anticipated with Russell and Leclerc that put on new hard tires. They did a good undercut on the cars in front, gaining a few seconds on Perez and Sainz that did the pistons some laps later. Charles, with the new tires, had a bit of less problems and managed it really well. On lap 14, Perez did an incredible switchback on George Russell and passed him at the exit of turn 4. Then Sainz tried to catch Perez for all the race with some awesome overtakes on Leclerc, for example, but at the end the Mexican finished ahead of the Spanish by only less than 4 seconds. Then some battles between Hamilton and Piastri very close at the pit exit, and also a good solid race for Norris. On lap 32, Stake had some huge problems at the pit stop with Bottas, but he didn't retire. Good news to know is that all the drivers finished the race, and so without any retirement. That's a very good news for the teams. Charles did an amazing comeback after the second pit stop, gaining on George Russell. Then, after a few laps with the DRS, forced Russell to the error in turn 10, where he locked up too many times, and Leclerc passed the Mercedes on lap 46, and so finally finished P4. That was the maximum result that he could achieve in this race with all this kind of problem. But first we continue, I want to present the sponsor of this video, that is diecastf1.com. Diecastf1.com is a premium provider of Formula 1 models, cars, and just focuses on F1. Unlike others who sell everything, diecastf1.com just sells F1 models, and they have almost 100 different types. They tell the stories behind each car, driver, team, and season. They have models from $20, and the team behind are actually F1 fans. And because of that, I'm actually really happy to collab with them for the whole month of March to celebrate the launch of Drive to Survive and the new F1 2024 season. So visit diecastf1.com/mingheyt and get 8% off your first F1 model, car order, or type mingheyt into the coupon box at the checkout. But now let's continue with the video. In the final laps, we saw a very good fight for P12 between Magnussen, Tsunoda and Ricciardo. The Racing Bulls team asked Tsunoda to let Ricciardo pass, and Yuki wasn't so happy about it. At the end, Ricciardo didn't overtook the ass, and so Yuki will be so angry now. Also, Williams was not really fast and had some problems with Sargent, as we saw. Also, a very strange strategy for Aston Martin with Alonso that did the last pit stop a lot of laps after the... Also, a very strange strategy for Aston Martin with Alonso that did the last pit stop a lot of laps after the others, losing a lot of time. But at the end, he managed to come in P9, overtaking his teammate at lap 48. So at the end, a very good and fast Ferrari P3 and P4, but I think that without the problem, Leclerc would finish P2. So obviously we don't have to forget the good comeback of Perez started P5, and also a great race for Max Verstappen that won again with 22 seconds of gap with a super fastest lap. Also, Red Bull did a different strategy for the others. In fact, they did soft hard soft, unlike others who did soft hard hard. P6 and P8 for McLaren that will fight hard this year with Mercedes that finished P5 and P7. Talking about the Alpine, an anonymous race confirming the yesterday's performance. So my top 3 drivers of today are 3 Verstappen, 2 Guan Yu Zhou, and 1 the driver of the day, also Carlos Sainz. So what do you think about this first Grand Prix of 2024? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and as always, it's been a pleasure. Cheers!